Okay, hello and welcome back to the Make Money with Your Blog virtual retreat. This is our bonus module where I promised you that my friend and colleague Gretchen Pritts will be teaching you about blogging, all the technical aspects of blogging. I met Gretchen through Facebook about a year and a half ago, and we clicked ever since. I mean, Gretchen has been a godsend. She's a great, fantastic writer, phenomenal coach, and a phenomenal business person. And she has helped me and supported me in my business ever since we've been known each other. So I'm so grateful for her, and I'm so glad that I'm in New York because I could take the train out to go meet her in person finally. But Gretchen, she really knows her stuff, and she's an excellent person. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Gretchen, and let me actually get Gretchen's screen up here. Hold on, so I can give Gretchen the control. One moment. And then Gretchen can go and work her magic and teach you stuff. Gretchen, are you in?
I'm here.
Okay, so you could start.
That was so nice.
You're welcome.
And we did, Nina and I met about a year and a half ago when I was really getting my writing business off the ground, and she was a godsend in helping me in helping me create the path that I'm on now. So I appreciate her wholeheartedly, and she's a wonderful teacher, and wouldn't be where I am right now without her. So thank you, Nina, for everything that you've done.
Thank you.
So my role here today for you guys is to help you with the technical side of having your WordPress blog. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming with, when you get back into the back end of all the stuff that's there. You're afraid to click on things. You're afraid to do things. Uploading photos can be difficult. There's just so much in there that it can really be overwhelming and can often feel stuck. So you're learning these great things about blogging, which is absolutely wonderful, but enhancing your blog, making it look pretty with the pictures and adding the headlines and beyond that, you want people to be able to actually find your blog. So that's important too. So the reason why I wanted to keep the call open is because I'm sure you're all at different levels, as we all are, in our comfort level with our WordPress blog and being online and all of that. So I don't want to repeat stuff that you already know, but I also don't want to fly over stuff that might be, difficult, or you have questions, or, you want to dig deeper in. So I just kind of want you to feel free to ask questions, to stop me, just be like, well, I don't get that, whatever works for you guys. So anyway, I'm Gretchen, and I'm glad to meet all of you. And we're just going to go ahead and get started unless somebody has a question for me or a pressing thing that they want to get started on first within their WordPress blog. You guys are a chatty group, huh? All right. Well, the first thing that we're going to do, everybody can see my screen, my WordPress, my back end here. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, because one of the most important things before you before you want to make your site look beautiful so that everybody can see it, is there anybody that does not feel comfortable with plugins and adding plugins to your site? Could you speak up if you do so I can show you how to do it? Okay, so I'm going to take that everybody feels comfortable with adding plugins to their. Oh, go ahead.
I actually don't really understand even what they're for.
Okay. Okay, that's perfect, and that's what I want to know. So thank you for saying that. And you do have a WordPress site, is that right?
I do.
Okay. Let me just first say, if there's something that plugins make your WordPress site work, and they make it unique, and they make it anything that has like a social media share button on there, or any kind of design part is within the plugin realm, and it's really actually amazing what they all can do. So if you see over here where it's listed, does everybody see where plugins is?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you click on that, and then your list of plugins will come up. So did you make your own WordPress site?
I didn't. It was made for me.
Okay, and your name, please?
Deborah.
Deborah, hi, nice to meet you. Okay. And so do you have control over your site now that you can go in and play around and all that good stuff?
Yes. I do.
Okay. Okay, good. So what a plugin is, if you can see mine here, the list here, it's really overwhelming how many there are. So if you can see, if you have a newsletter like Aweber or Constant Contact, you can get a plugin is kind of like something that you plug it into your website so it speaks to your website. So let's see, so Contact Form 7. If you need a contact form on your website, let me pull my site up here quick. It's hard to type with one hand. Okay, so if you go here to Contact, and you see this pretty little box here that came up, that's a plugin. And that's this plugin right here, Contact Form 7. Yeah. So let's just go to that one because it's a pretty simple one to use. Now let's not do that. Let's show you how to upload them first. So this is the list where you upload all of your plugins that you have available. And so like last week, I just launched a new program, and I was having some technical difficulties. I think that we all have those, anytime that you're working with technology. But I work on a Mac, and I was trying to get an audio, a podcast to the group. And the Mac conversion is different than an MP3. So, of course, I was panicked because I'm like, how am I going to convert this so the people that bought this program can listen to what I'm saying? So what I did was, before I completely panicked, I was like, oh, a plugin. And what I did was I went to my plugins and I searched audio. I think I just typed in, let's see. If you click the Add New button, and then here's your search button. So if you type in audio, and you can search, and you get a ton of them. And it really, I can't, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, I can't say that there's a quick way to figure out which one's going to work other than just trying them. So, if you have somebody that does it for you, then that's fine. Then you can kind of tell them what you need, and they can find the appropriate one. But if you're working with your own website and you're trying to make it, work for you, the best way to do that is just to dig in and get things, just play around and see if it's what you want or not. So there, as you can see, there's a ton of them here, and I think actually the one that I used was this one down here. But if you're looking at them, you can click on the details, and it explains exactly what it is. So it supports MP3 and OGG files, and what I had to do was I had to search online, how I convert it to those files, because what I really wanted was I didn't really want to send my people to a link because that's kind of a pain, and then they have to download it. I wanted them to be able to listen to my audio file directly on my website. And I knew that I had seen enough people have those that it would be possible to do that. So, with this, I installed it, and you can look at the description of what it is. You can click on installation, and it tells you exactly what you need to do. And then there's also this screenshot page, which is what I really like because it's going to show you what the plugin is going to look like on your site. And then it will also show you what it will look like over here when you click on it. So that's the basic gist of plugins. The one that I'm going to run for you guys, since I don't have it on my site, and I think that it's a decent thing to have, is analytics. So how many of you know what Google Analytics are? Or how many don't know? Speak up if you don't, and I'll help you with that too. Do you have them installed on, does anybody not have them installed on your website?
I don't.
Okay. So what Google Analytics is basically showing you what your visitors are doing. So if you look here, this is my analytic. This is what it looks like on Google. And if you, is there anybody that doesn't understand how to look at this or wants a little training on why this is important and why you need to kind of focus on this? Did you go over this, Nina?
No, I didn't. I was leaving that for you. But you could probably do it anyway.
Okay. So what this is this is an overview. This is a snapshot of, okay, this is from October 15th till yesterday. A snapshot of people visiting my website, how many people were there. That's this basic, when you open your analytics, this is the basic, what you're going to see. Does anybody need help accessing this information or need help getting this, getting your website to connect with Google so they can track this? Because I can show you that. Unless you know how to do it, I'm not gonna bother.
I think that's a no.
Okay, so everybody knows how to access this site and look at this page. Is that right?
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm sorry. It's Carmela. I need to learn how to connect the two.
Okay, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, and I bet you're not the only one. So how you need to connect it, we'll go back. Before we talk about why these analytics are important, we're going to go back to plugins. Is everybody by their computer now by chance?
Yeah, I am. I'm on mine.
Okay. So if you're near your computer, get into your back end of your office. And the easiest way to go through all this stuff is to do it with me. So I'm going to give you guys a second for those that are near their computer to get into your website and get into the back end, and then just let me know when you're done with that, and then we'll move to the next step.
Okay. While they're doing that, and I'm sorry, Nancy, did you say something?
No, I just wondered, I don't have Google Analytics because I have Jetpack on mine and it's showing me analytics. Oh.
I would still recommend getting Google on yours.
Well, and as you know, I'm in the middle of a website redesign, so I'll have to ask about that.
Yeah, I would definitely, and it's really not that hard to do, but I would recommend getting your Google, because it's coming straight from, the king.
I'm in mine now, in my dashboard.
Okay. So what you want to do is we're going to download a plugin, and it's called Yoast.
Okay, I do have that.
You do have that?
Yes,
okay,
I do.
All right. Then it won't be hard at all for you to get Google connected to your website. So Yoast SEO. So it's actually called WordPress SEO by Yoast. So what you're going to do is, mine's already installed, but you're going to click the Install Now button.
Excuse me, mine didn't. It is showing that I don't have Yoast on mine.
So try this. Try WordPress SEO by Yoast. Try that and see if that comes up in your search.
Yeah, WordPress SEO by Yoast.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to click the Install Now button.
Okay.
And then does it say, like,
Actually, it's not.
Are you sure you want to?
It's installed on mine, I guess. Okay.
What happened?
It's showing that it's installed already on mine.
Oh, okay. So you already have it in your plugins, probably. Is that's why. So have you used it before? Have you gone in there and played around?
I didn't realize I had it. So,
okay, good.
That's good.
That's okay. So whoever added your site, or you may have done it at one time and forgot about it. But so for those of you that don't, that's how you install it, and then a little thing will come up and it will say, do you want to activate or activate now, something like that. And you want to click activate. That makes it live, and that makes it start the plugin to start talking with your website. So after your Yoast is plugged in, you're going to see this down in the left-hand corner, and it says SEO. Whoever has their computers out and has Yoast on their website, go ahead and click on that. Now, the thing that's great about Yoast is they do have this tour here that will help you learn how to use the plugin, and how just to make you feel a little bit more comfortable with that. So you want to, after you watch that and you get comfortable with that, you can click this. You want to allow the tracking, and here's where you add your Google whatever this thing's called, verification code. So where you get that is you will need to go to Google, and you'll need to type in Google Analytics and then set up your account. And once you set up your account, you will get that code that you can put right here. And this will start the analytics, so it'll start tracking. And it's usually like a 24-hour delay. So even if you noticed in mine before, like it was yesterday, so each day it's the day before. That's the most recent information that you have for that tracking. So that's how you get those two talking. Are there questions? Do you guys have questions on that? Now, if something happens and you don't have Yoast, which I highly recommend, even if it's not Yoast, I think there's a plugin called All-in-One SEO, which is also good. Yoast is my favorite, and I'll show you why. But either one, they're great to not only get your analytics talking, but also to help you with all of those keywords and all that juicy stuff that Nina's been teaching you about over the past 2 days. So I'll show you a quick there what we need to do to help you with that. So we have titles and metas are the next thing under the SEO title here. So what you can do is you want to name your homepage. I'm not sure how much. Did you get into this at all, Nina, on the call?
We touched briefly, but not really. It was just a real quick touch.
Okay. So this is one of the most important places that you want to put your keywords. So there are 4 or 5 main keywords from your site that, are really the core of how you're going to be found online. This is where you want to have that written. And as you can see, this is where it shows up. Do you see in mine? This is what it looks like. So any site that you click on, they have those up there. That's called the title. So what those do and why they're separated, either by that or by the dot, it makes them separate. That makes them each their own individual keyword. So you put your 4 or 5 most important keywords that you have, and just if you are a business that is looking for local business, that's your who you want to drive to your site, make sure you have that up there somewhere. So if I was looking for local business, for content marketing, I would say content marketing in State College, Pennsylvania. So then that would be part of my title. If that's really important to me. For me, it's not important, but a lot of businesses, it is. They want local business. So you would make sure that you're writing that because you want the local people to be able to find you and make sure that that's showing up. So you want that. That's your title template. That's your main title of your page. And then here's your description, which is where also you want to have, 2 of the big words, at least 2 of them, written in this description so that they're popping up too. And this description is so when you do a Google search and you see the name and then you see the words underneath, that's what this is here. So you want to make sure that you have those and make sure that they sound right, that it's not all just keyword. You want it to also, Google's getting pretty funny with that. So you want it also to, sound natural but have 1 or 2 of those words in there. So any questions so far with that?
I think I have an older version of WordPress or newer. I'm not getting the plugin link.
Do you have an older version, did you say, you think?
Yeah, it's not the same as yours.
Okay, so you can't find the plugin, is that what you're saying? Or you have an older version of Yoast?
I have an older version of WordPress.
Okay. Do you have something up here that says like update to version blah 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 blah?
Where is that at?
Do you have something up here that, like in this box right here, yours might say update WordPress version to whatever, I don't know what the newest one is, 2.6 or something like that. You don't see that there?
No, nothing there. How would I just go through it? Go to the plugin.
Who am I speaking to?
Carmela.
Carmela, Nina, is there any way that you can switch to her screen so I can take a look at it quick?
I'm not sure. Like switch to her screen? What do you mean, like on my computer?
So you would make her the presenter for a second so I can look at her screen?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. See, let me see that. 1 second. Let me go to.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay. Carmela, what I'm going to need you to do, you're going to get something on your screen that says, what does it say, Gretchen? Do you want
It just says you're a presenter, and then you just click OK.
Okay. It's going to tell you you're a presenter, and just click OK. That way Gretchen can see your screen so she can tell you where to go. Okay? This is your screen, right, Carmela?
Yes.
Is she using Word? That's the thing. I think she's using WordPress.com. That's why.
Yeah, you're using WordPress.com. Do you have your site built?
On WordPress.com because I could not install the plugin on my computer.
Can you? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you very well. Say that again.
I couldn't download WordPress.net or something like that for the plugin site.
You couldn't download WordPress.org. You couldn't download onto your computer.
Right.
Is there a reason why it wouldn't download? Or WordPress.org, you have to buy your domain name.
That's probably why.
Yeah, that's probably why. So I'm just going to, and I'm glad this came up because this is very confusing often. WordPress.com is free. So it sounds great and sounds like, that's what would be the logical way to go. However, anything that you put or build into WordPress.com is not your property because it's WordPress.com's property. So with WordPress.org, they're the hosting, they have everything on there, but you buy the domain name and all the content and everything on there is yours. So I do recommend switching if you're able to do that, and you should be able to use the same domain name. You don't have a domain name. So what was it that you were using?
As far as what?
What was the name of your website?
jadengems.wordpress.com.
Okay. So you can still use, it would be the same website except it wouldn't say WordPress.com. It would just say the title, and then it would say .com or whatever.
Right.
So does that make sense?
Yes.
And
Do something to it. I just can't remember what it was.
yeah, and it I haven't done it for a while, but I don't think it's too hard to export all of this stuff into your new site. But I don't want to say that positively because it's been a while since I've done it.
Yeah.
So that's why you're not seeing any plugins or none of that's over here. Okay.
Carmela, are you saying something? I'm sorry, Gretchen, because it's very hard to hear her, and I just want to know, like, if she's on her cell phone or something like that. Carmela, okay, because it's very hard to hear you. So, sorry if we keep asking you to repeat yourself, just to let you know it's very, very low.
Okay, so I guess you can switch back to me.
Okay, I'll switch back to you. Let me do that. Just 1 second. I think I got to take back control. Let me see. I'm still learning this. We just learned this today. So let's go back to Gretchen for 1 second. Okay. There you go. You're still with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so you're back to Gretchen. This is Gretchen's screen now.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions? This is Rachel. How many? You should only have one SEO program though. Like I think I have the all-in-one on there, and I guess I got the WordPress for Yoast. But which one? I don't need both of them, right? So I should.
No,
I need
you don't
to
need both.
activate one of them, correct?
Yep. And if you're familiar, if you're comfortable with all-in-one, they're both very good programs. If you have all of your keywords uploaded on there, you probably have your analytics already talking. If you're already using it, I don't really see any benefit in switching. It's just when I'm teaching somebody to upload one, I teach them to use Yoast because that's what I'm comfortable with using. So you do whatever you want to do with that, but they're both very good.
Okay.
And it should have a similar page where you put in the name, the name of the page and the description, and it should have it won't look the same, but it should have the similar kind of content. Nina, do you use all-in-one?
Yeah, I use all-in-one. We were just talking about that yesterday. So I use all-in-one, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's pretty similar, right? Like you put the name of the page and the description and all that stuff in it.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So
we only need one. We just need one SEO package.
You just need one. Yep. You just need one. So and I know that I've used all-in-one before, so I'll try to reference it when we go on into a post also. But okay, so Yoast, there's a ton of stuff in here, and there's a ton of stuff in here that I don't do because it's a lot, and I don't need, I know the basics of what I need to do to get my website found. I could spend forever in here with all of this information, but I choose not to. So I do have a site map built, just because that helps with search also, and if you're using Yoast, all you do, it can build it right here for you. So that helps with your searches. Other than that, the only other place where I really take advantage of this is actually on my posts. So, okay. So what we have is when you scroll down. And if you have Yoast or all-in-one, I think it does the same type of thing. As you get this box down here, which helps you with your, to make sure everything's okay and everything looks okay. So what you do is you type in, and I know that Nina talked about keywords and where to put them. With Yoast, you type in your focus keyword, which is your main keyword, and then it wants to make sure it's going to count how many times you have it in there, and these critical places, to make sure that it's in those critical places. So then you can customize your title. You can put your meta description, and it just kind of guides you. And then you get, which this one doesn't have a green light, but if it's good, you get a green light. With the yellow, it tells me places that I need to check. So, I don't have it in a subheading. It doesn't appear in the first. So it tells you places and things that you need to fix, to get that green light. So I'll go back and I'll fix a couple things just to get it fixed. But typically, if you have these all green, typically, and then you have it in that in that first paragraph here, it will be a green light. So it'll give you the good to go stuff. Another important thing with SEO is your pictures. I can't get to this picture right here, but you want to be. We'll talk about uploading pictures next. You want to name your picture one of your keywords. You want that to be in the name of your picture. So I'll show how to do that in a minute. This is important too. If something happens and you have a page that's private, or like your contact page, or something that's not really loaded with keywords that you really don't want people to find, you want to hit no follow. This means that Google will not, that the robots will not look through that page. Sometimes, especially if it's a page that you have set as private or password protected, you don't want it showing up in searches. So you want to make sure that you hit the no follow, and then you can also not include it in your sitemap too. So those things also are important to do there. All right, any questions there with the SEO part of this discussion?
Real quick, going back to the SEO, the post types, is that the title template? Is that where we would put the keywords at that point, or is it in the general setting?
Say it one more time. Oh, you mean over here?
No, go
back to my post.
Go back to where it says title, on the SEO titles.
Yeah.
Is it titles and meta tags?
Here?
No.
That
go
one?
back.
Nope.
Okay. Titles and meta tags. It's back.
Oh, I
back
see
there.
it right there.
Okay.
Yeah. And under
post here?
Yeah, for post types. Would you is that on post type? Is that where you would put the title of your blog itself, or is that what exactly is the title template? What is that particular
this would be
post type? What is that for?
Yeah, if you have a general, title template, title for your pages or your posts that you want to use, and then you have a general description, then this is where you would want to put that information. But because you can add this on every page, you can customize it on every page and every page and every post, even your pages with, you can customize it for each one. You want to do that here. So you want to do that within your page. And like I said, I think All-in-One has it too. But you want to do it down here because then you can customize your title, you can customize your meta description, and nothing's the same, nothing's templated.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and so then the title here, your titles on your pages need to be more in this kind of a look. So you get a couple keywords in here on your pages, not your blog posts, but on your pages. Your blog posts want to be more like how to blah blah blah, because that's what people are searching when they're searching for that kind of information. But this is just a filter to get more keywords in that information.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, let's do pictures. Does everybody know how to upload pictures, or do we need some help with that and where to put the SEO information there?
I guess that's a yes, but I have a question because it's in the same file of this is Nina, by the way, for uploading pictures. Like I was trying to upload a video today because you know how you have to go to YouTube and like put your video on YouTube first and then upload it into WordPress. So I was wondering, you know how you have the audio converter? Is there some kind of plug-in where I could just pop the video in after it's recorded where I don't have to go through YouTube? Do you understand the question? Sorry, I talked really fast.
No, that's fine. You still have to have a player, which is YouTube. But when you uploaded it, did you just put like the embed code in? Is that what you did?
No, what I'm trying to say is like with you, I didn't want to put my videos on YouTube. I just thought that I could just go to WordPress, press the upload media, and pop in a video. You know, so is there a player that you could? Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know because I don't do a lot of video, but I know that there's a limit on the amount, you know, that you can upload into the media. So I'm not sure about. Let's just check it out and see.
Okay. Yeah, because creating these videos from my class, I had to get a converter because it takes it into like a SLV file. So then I had to get like a converter and then convert the SLV file to an AVI file. And then after I converted it to the AVI file, I had to upload it to YouTube and then put it back on my site. So I'm just trying to save my time, which I don't care because I'm techie, you know, or whatever. But I'm just like, I need time. So
right,
you know,
and that takes time.
Yeah.
Gretchen, this is Rachel again. This is off the subject. Going back to the SEO when you're doing like your focus keywords and stuff like that. And you know how it has the article heading and it'll say yes and the page title yes and all of that's green all the way down.
Yes.
Like the page title will be yes, it'll say yes, it'll be green to let you know that that's all correct. But yet when you go like the SEO check button, the little round thing is yellow. Does that matter?
Yes.
So if everything is green on your focus keywords, how do you get the SEO to be green if everything else is green and that's the only thing that's yellow?
The one example that I showed you to begin with, let me just, Nina, it looks like you can if you look through these. Click.
Okay, I'll go. Yeah, go back. I'll do that later. Let's answer the participants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like, so see right here, it's yellow. And so this particular post, there are some posts where I'm not really too concerned about it. And this one was, I wrote it on Election Day, and I wanted it to be out, you know, that day. I really don't care if it's ever read again, but it was just kind of for that day. So I didn't spend too much time checking it. So down here, everything's green. And you would think that it would be a green button. But I made a key mistake in this piece if I was really optimizing it for SEO. And that is here, you know, when you click check, this is what happens. Probably the number one thing that Nina taught you was, you know, that keyword needs to be in the first paragraph. And it's not. So, you know, if I would put that keyword into the first paragraph or the first, I don't have it as an H2 headline in my information. If I would change either of those, most likely this one right here, it would make it a green one.
Okay.
So okay, let me see. So for example, customer relationships. So let's see, first paragraph. Let's just add it here. Okay, so customer relationships. There we go. We're going to update it. And there it changed to green.
Right. Okay, I got you.
So it's just making sure that you just look through that checklist if it really is a site that you want optimized. And then if it does, then you can make that change.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Okay, so while we're on this page, and let's upload another picture just so you can see how that's done. Okay, so if you're in a post and you want to make your picture in here, so an easy way to do it is you can just click on this this icon here that says Add Media. So you click on there, and then if you already have it, you might already have it uploaded back here, in your library. But if you don't, you can grab it from your computer. If you just select files, you can go to photos, wherever you have your photos. So we can go here. We can add that. Okay, so your picture comes up. Right here where it says title, that's where you want to put that keyword, which was customer relationships. So you want to put that in there. You don't want to just name it customer relationships, but you want to title it, like how social media helps you build customer relationships or something like that. You can title it. And then you can also put it down here in the description. So again, this is all helping you with your SEO. And images are big. People often forget that because it's easy just to click, 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 put it in, whatever, and it's done. But this is a huge part of SEO that can really help take your post to the next level. So if you don't want to do the description or caption or whatever, be sure that the title is SEO friendly. So from there you can select, where you want it. You want it to be center, left, right, the size. So if I don't want any words around it, like the one I have here, it's just there, I would click none, and so then you can insert it into your post, and then you can shrink it. You don't have to keep it that size. You can make it smaller. You can make it bigger. Whatever you want to do with that. Any questions with that? No. Okay. All right, so the key with any of this is, like I said, is just getting in there and checking out those plugins, because there's a ton. Before I had my launch the other week, I had a plugin for a countdown that I could count down like how many days to launch. So, there is a plugin for everything. If you use your imagination, you search it, and I bet there's a plugin for it. Let's go to my home page here. The slider I have here on my home page is a plugin. This is a plugin. So those are the things that make your site stand out from everybody else's. They're the site, they're the part that really makes it pretty. They're the part that really sets it apart from looking like a traditional blog kind of site. So this is where WordPress in the past, 5 years has really upped its game, because it used to be just a blogging kind of platform where you could look at it and be like, oh, that's a blog, and you can't now. You can't tell the difference. So it's huge, and it's just get in there as creative as you want to. Don't be afraid, to get in there and try them out a little bit. With that, I want you to write down this plugin that I really recommend that you upload, and it's called W3 Total Cache, CACHE.
You said Total 3 Cache?
Uh-huh. And what's important about this plugin is anytime you add a new plugin to your site, you have this working on your site, it will empty. And don't ask me what cache means, because I don't know. I know that when my website's acting up, I go to empty my cache or empty my cookies or whatever, and everything's fine again. But I don't know what it means. But it helps keep the speed, your performance of your. It's right here, performance. It helps keep the performance going of your site. It helps, just if things aren't working right, always empty that, and things will fall back into place magically. I don't know how it happens, but it does. It just really keeps everything working in sync. So what will happen when you have this installed is anytime you upload a new plugin to your site, you'll get a yellow box like this, and it will say, new plugin detected, empty cache. So you want to empty it, every time a new one's uploaded. So that prevents any of the anything from clashing with each other or preventing one from working, and any kind of bad interaction. So you want to make sure that you have that added to your site. Okay, I gave you a lot of information. I want to tell you one more thing, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So tell me how you guys are feeling and what's going on, questions, that kind of stuff.
Well, this is Rachel again. How do you know? I mean, there's so many plugins on WordPress. How do you know what is the, what's the plugin to get that's keeping you up with what's going on, and I guess in technology, whatever? How do you know what plugins you need to plug in?
and that's all. It's just based on okay. So Nina wanted to know if she could put video. She wants to put video on her blog. I wanted to put audio directly on my blog. So it's anytime you want to add something. If you want to add that slide or anything like that, it's just searching for them, and then at that point, it's trial and error. It's reading the reviews. Many of them have reviews. It's looking to see what they look like from their screenshots. You can visit most developers of plugins have websites, so you can check out their website and see it in action, live action of the plugin and how it works. So at that point, it's just really kind of checking them out and see how they look on your site and how they, how things work. There's really not an easy answer for that. There's I don't know if you follow Sandy Krakowski at all. She does a lot of blogging, but I know that one of her, and I can send it to the Facebook page, she has a blog post of all of the plugins that she recommends. So I can send that to you because it's huge. It really helps you kind of figure out which ones to start with. So if you want, I can post that in the group. Is that okay to do that, Nina?
Yeah, please post it in the group because I was going to say that, the 5 most have plugins, because I had that blog as well. And why not use Sandy Krakowski, because she is the master of WordPress blogging and those plugins. So that will be great, because I was going to ask you, to add to Rachel's question, what are the 5 top plugins that you have to have for your business website? And I think that blog addresses it plus more.
Oh, yeah. She has she has more on there, and she tells you why you need them, and what you need to do with with them, and it's a very, I go back to that resource quite often, so I can post that and you guys can take a look at it. And some of them will work for your site and some of them won't. Some of them make sense for you to add and some of them don't. So just read through it, and any questions that you have, I'm in the group, and I can help you out with any of those as you go through them.
Okay, thanks.
Another important one is if you want to automate, if you have a blog post written and you want to automate it, that it goes automatically to Facebook and to Twitter. The social plugin to use for that is called Social Publish. So that helps. Social Publish, yeah. And so I'll show you what it looks like.
I have a question before you show them. Well, this is in reference, is that better than network blogs, or should they use network blogs too, or, You can use network blogs too, which is only Facebook, and that's just setting it up through Facebook. What this will do is, as soon as you send it, as soon as you post it, it will automatically send it to Facebook, and it will look like a regular post that you send. You know what I mean? Oh, wow.
So it's not a blog within Facebook. It's its own. It's actually your blog. So if you go to settings, once you download the plugin, it will be under settings, and it's called Social Publish. Oh, never mind.
That publishes to Facebook. You have to select which ones you wanted to publish to?
It only does Facebook and Twitter. So those are the 2 that it does. I haven't found one yet. You can. There's some plugins that you can set up, like RSS feeds to the other sites, but they take a while. So it publishes to these 2, and then from there I kind of go out and send them then to the other ones, whenever I get a chance. But these are my 2 big ones that I use right now. I use LinkedIn too and Google+, but these are the 2 big ones that I take advantage of. So that's why I kind of went with this one. And I like it because it sends it immediately. There's no delay, so it sends it as soon as you publish it. So how you do it is, I thought it was there, but it's not. It's actually in your posts, and it's actually when you add a new one, it will be at the bottom. So here it is, social publish. So you can put your hashtag in for Twitter that you want to be associated with the post, and then you can put your message. So if you want to say, whatever it is, check out these, whatever, and then it will post the link to the post. So you can add whatever customized message or hashtag you want for each post that you use. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No other. I think I have one too, really quick, because I told them about the call to action, and sharing is a really important call to action. So I used to use Add This, but I know there's plugins for the little icons. You know what I'm talking about? I'm
yep.
My brain is fried right now. You know, so maybe if you could show them that really quick, because that's important.
Yeah, it is. It's the one that I use. I don't even know if it's a plugin anymore, but if it's not, I can send a link for it for you. It is Share the Love, and this is my favorite. I just like how it looks. But
me too.
Yeah, and there's a ton. There's a boatload more. I mean, you can have this list 3 lists long. There's so many that you can choose from. But again, these are the main ones, that I want my content shared on right now. I don't really do Tumblr or anything like that, so there's no need for me to have that. But these are the main ones at this point that I have. Last time I looked, I couldn't find the plugin through WordPress. I'll look and see if I can, and if I can, I'll let you know that it's there. If not, I have the information that that if you send me a message, I can email you the download, and you can download it yourself. So either way, it's or you can go to the website and get it from there. Shareaholic, that's what it is. Shareaholic.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, and that's one of the most common ones that you'll see.
Mhm. Okay, thanks.
Yep.
So does anyone have any more questions for Gretchen? If you don't want to ask them there, you can ask them on the Facebook group. Or Gretchen, do you want to give out your information, like your website? Will they see it there, or your Facebook fan page and all that kind of stuff, so they can come and like you and ask you questions, or PM you if they have any more questions for you?
Sure. My Facebook page is facebook.com/GretchenPrittsBiz, B-I-Z, and I post lots of information there. So, and a lot of it pertains to this kind of stuff, or I do a lot of social media marketing, so tips on that kind of stuff. My Twitter is at Gretchen Pritts. And my website is GretchenPritts.com, so it's very simple. So you can connect with me on any of those platforms. I love to answer questions, and I will always answer questions. So please, if you need any information or need anything, just let me know, and I'd love to help out.
Okay, so that sums it up. Do you have any closing things that you want to say, or are you?
It's just. It feels really overwhelming. I know, there's so much available. There is so much out there. Just slow down and give yourself a break. It will all come together, and don't be afraid of it. The easiest way to do it is just to get in and play around and just figure it out, and it really will come together, and just take it one day at a time. It doesn't all have to happen overnight. It can feel a little bit obsessive and can drive you a little insane, but it really will come together, and especially if you just give yourself permission to be a beginner and just, you don't take it one step at a time, and you'll be fine.
Hey, thanks. That's really great advice. Again, I thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with us today and share your knowledge with all these talented entrepreneurs. So I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So thank you again for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Nina, very much. And thank all of you guys for letting me be a part of your retreat. I know that you're learning great stuff from Nina, so she's a great teacher.
Thanks. Okay, Gretchen, I can let you go now if you want.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye. So what we're going to do is we're going to get off the phone for it's 3 o'clock, and we're going to get off the phone until about 3:15, and we're going to finish up with Module 6, which is about get promoted and get paid and get paid and get paid. What I want to do is you could take the 15-minute break because I know that was like a lot of information. Okay, let's see. I know that was a lot of